2 new units just got shadow dropped. Well, in reality, 1 new unit, and then the second one we already knew about, but now you can actually get her. So if you've logged in today, you've probably seen a lot of changes like the wallpapers. Super quick TLDR, if you didn't read the patch notes, I would highly recommend you in your dispatch delegate, give this a total budget of around 200 crystals. That's going to give you around 20 refreshes. This, I believe, is worth it if you're only going to go for the S and A versions, which is really what you would want to do. And depending on the resource that you're lacking, you'll go ahead and uncheck mark all of these. At some point when all of our characters are maxed out, we might be able to diamond farm out of this, so that's going to be pretty cool. But for now, I recommend everybody have Luminary EXP. Why 200 crystals, you might ask? Each S-rank dispatch gives you around 220 Luminary EXP. And typically what you spend for these is 1 free, then one at a 50 cost, and then 1 at 150 cost. So you're already spending, I believe, like 150 or 200 crystals on this Luminary XP. So that's around 600k Luminary XP. Now, if you do it on the dispatch for around the same amount, you can get it up to 5 times. So you're going to be getting closer to like 1 million once you do it there. It's about the same gem spent, but you get around a 30% bonus. But okay, what you really came for, if we go into PvP, we go into Realm Clash, you might have noticed something, unless you never go into the shop. By the way, huge shout out to Lalissa in Discord, who actually put me on the sauce. I logged in today and played the game and I didn't even come here and check this out. But now for the whales, they actually have a way to get EX shards for Venus. And what's most interesting probably for the rest of us is that they added Dvalin. So me personally, I didn't know what I was going to start to do with my red coins because I almost have all the copies that I need for my Ifrit at 6 red star. And I'm going to hold off from diamonding her for a good little while. So I started to think what I was going to invest into. We have Marilis, which she's pretty good on the arcane team. She's able to synergize really well with the rest of the team with the awakening stacks. I really didn't like the concept of spending 6 coins for genie dupes, even though she's pretty strong. It bugs me that this is 6 and this used to be 4, so I don't know, I feel like I'm not getting that great of a deal. Starting with Venus. Honestly, I don't know how this character is balanced, and I'm gonna need all your whales and tenured people to let me know how this got into the game. Because Venus is essentially Bishop on crack, and I already thought Bishop was kind of decent. So, TLDR, she's just gonna make your team immune to like everything. Like debuffs, yeah, she don't care about that. I mean, obviously she's an EX, but I don't know, like how are we gonna end up competing against this thing, even like on PvE, guys? Like just listen to this. So number 1, she's obviously a healer, she's a support. However, whenever she does any kind of healing effect for you, she will add Divine Melody. And what Divine Melody does is that you become immune to healing down, heal block, and you increase damage reduction based on your current HP percentage, and that lasts for 6 seconds. Now I guess the counter is to obviously use an assassin and snipe her like immediately before she's able to do too much, before she's able to get too many heals, and then the rest of the team just kind of steamrolls you. But like that's crazy, right? I mean, I won't even talk about the rest of her levels because that's just whale territory, right? But with her first skill, she will heal you up to an average of the HP percentage your team has. And this doesn't get affected positively from something like the green dragon, it looks like. Like it's just gonna give you the average, and then that's just like a flat heal you're getting. You would think that would be very strong for like a unit. It does that for the whole team. So it's literally just gonna average out everyone's HP with her overdrive. Then on top of that, she's gonna restore 25% of their max HP. So if your team is at 75 HP, she will top you up. If your team does start to get CC'd, she's going to activate this quicker. She's gonna heal you again, she's gonna top you up again, and she's going to make you immune to healing down and heal blocks. Then she does an AoE heal equal to 21% of her HP. But again, you're getting all of these extra benefits. Her secret skill, whenever she gets hit by a melee unit, she will inflict charm on them. So charm is like a variant of taunt, where they won't be able to use skills, and they will only basic attack, and from the looks of it, they will basic attack whoever she is attacking. So they're going to actually turn your units against your team, but only doing basic attacks. Crazy. Against your melee units. So we're talking people like your tanks, you know, that Pompey you like so much? Yeah, well, she's going to be hooking your own units. Your Siegfried? Yeah, she's going to be AoE blasting all of your units out of the gate, right? Crazy stuff. And in her Siren Strings, she's going to give you attack speed down, and if the targets are afflicted by elemental debuffs, she will also give you attack down. Not only is she preventing you from healing a whole lot, not only is she turning units against you, she's also making you do less damage. So like, I don't know, that unit just seems super cracked to me. But onto more interesting stuff, Dvalin. Is this the death of Oberon? She is very similar, I would say, to Pompeii, but she is for the wild and elemental reaction faction, right? She's got some crazy stuff, and she very heavily goes into stuff like block. So we're already starting to see tanks get more complex. It's not getting shields, it's not like just shielding, they're actually starting to do more damage. They're starting to add more effects, and they don't rely on shields. They rely on different mechanics. So for her talent, she increases her block by 280. After block actually gets generated, she will regenerate 15% of her rage status. Whenever you do actually get her to wild status, she will get an additional 280 block. So she will double her block, and then the same thing. The more that triggers, not only will she take 30% less damage, she will regenerate her wild thing so that she can stay on wild longer and wail on you for longer. Also, while you're in the wild effect, every 2 seconds, you'll just do 230% extra damage to enemies in an AoE area. So this is just the Queen of Slime farming, it looks like. In that AoE circle that you're doing, she's constantly inflicting Ignite, with a 20% chance to do so, right? But she's proccing that 2 times every 2 seconds. So she's gonna be making a lot of Ignite stacks within your team for your elemental reactions. And then for every 100 block you have, this chance increases by 1%. So she at base is already giving you an extra 5% chance. So that's actually a 25% chance, 2 times. And then if you build her with block gear, you can start to see how that gets just crazy for elemental reactions. Your first couple of stars, on top of doing that AoE, she gives you attack down, and then you get her to red 1. Each time she takes 30% of her max HP as damage, you reduce your ultimate, Dragonkin form, by 2 seconds, and you remove the demerit where it states that the next overdrive skill will be 1 more expensive. So she's an incredible enabler, I feel like, for the red team. So her talent's really good. Let's actually look at her ultimate. She dispels all debuffs from herself. So both of these units are cleansing. She regenerates HP equal to 33% of own max HP and 100% rage. She deals some damage, and if she's already in wild status, she will regenerate an additional 40%. So her ultimate essentially just makes her come back alive from the brink of death. It just gives her a bunch of HP and removes like anything that was debuffing her, right? And then she's going to snipe the backline with her ultimate, and then once it comes back, it will give her a 21% shield, and if when hitting that, it hits a target that has an elemental debuff, it will grant a shield to allies within an AoE of her. So she does have the capabilities of just doing damage, and then additionally giving shields. Keep in mind she's sniping the furthest back unit, she's doing all this AoE that is proccing Ignite, so most likely you will be getting a bunch of shields off of this. Then for her secret skill, it says, in battle increase HP by 18% each time the next overdrive cost increase effect is applied. Restore HP equal to 9% of max HP, like additionally. Does that mean that this is a debuff that exists right now? Like this is a condition that exists? But once you get her to 1 red star, that condition just no longer applies, and she gets the additional 9% as a base. I'm really not sure how that one works. And then for her special skill, she just does a buttload of damage. Then she gives herself physical defense up. And then if she's in wild status, she's gonna interrupt the enemy and fling them up in the air. I'm not saying this is definitive proof, right? But I mean, the rankings say that she's pretty high. So should you actually go and invest in your Dvalin? Well, I think it depends on a couple of things. It says that you can buy 20 of these every single day. Now, does that mean this will forever stay here? I don't think so. It's hard, right? Because if this is gonna come out every single day and you can buy them every day, I would say that since you are guaranteed to get her, it would be very good. If she is gonna come ever so often, like as long as we have a schedule for her coming back, I think you could save X amount of those tokens and then buy her, because she is really good, right? She sounds really good. She's very much like Pompai, but for the wild and red faction. Only that in my opinion, way more free to play, because you'll be able to spend those coins to get shards of her and then level her up instead of diamonds, right? It's like a long-term play, and it's very similar to like Cleopatra, to Gorgon. So I don't know, I think she's just pretty good, and you should try to go ahead and get copies of that. But let me know if I'm coping, guys. This is like the next free-to-play target for you to get like that secondary tank. Is that goodbye to the wifey lady, or what's going on? Anyway, let me know in the comments. See ya.